Hi there, it's Diane Evans here with StampinWithDiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator. So if this is your first time joining me, thank you. And also, if you'd like to get notified every time I upload a new video, what you could do is you could subscribe and then also press the button that's just below, and then that way you'll get notified every time that I upload a new video. So today we're going to combine, it's a product medley, and we're also going to show how to get inspired from a card sketch. I do card sketches every Saturday morning. I do it as a challenge, and it's on my Facebook page. So there will be a link also below that you can come join us for the challenge. And if you live in Canada, I do draws, and I give away stamp sets each and every month. I draw from the names of everybody that goes and puts their name in. So today, like I say, we're going to use this flowering cactus product medley, and it can be found on page 8 and 9 of the J to J mini catalog. And in a product suite, what you get is not only do you get the stamp and the dies, but you also get some beautiful designer series paper that comes in a 6x6. Plus you also get some, there's some twine. It's in Calypso Coral and a normal linen thread twine. Plus you also get some embellishments as well from there. So, and then also if you do run out, there is also a refill kit. So that's kind of cool that you can just get like the paper and the embellishments to make more cards using this fantastic suite. So like I say, we're using this. This is what we're getting inspired from. I always make my card first and then I do my sketch. And then that's how I come up with my different sketches each and every week. So we are going to use a lot of the different colors that are already in the paper, because the colors that come in here are, there's a Calypso Coral, there's Highland Heather, there's Mint Macaron, there's also other colors such as Mossy Meadow and also Pear Pizzazz. So today what we're going to do is we're going to use some of these different colors. Now when I do my card sketch, I start from the outer layer, and we always have our card base will be your layer number 1. So this is 5.5 by 8.5. I've scored it at 4 1/4. Just always make sure that when you do fold it, that you fold into the mountain. So I'm just going to go do that, and then I'm just going to use my bone folder and get a really good crease down on there. Now the second color I've used is Highland Heather. It is a strange combination, but it works. So this piece is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inch. So I'm just going to come and put that onto my card layer. Let me just make sure that gets straight. I do have issues when I go to put my card on when I'm doing it live or by video. Okay, that should work. All right, and then this piece I'm going to add on after. But I'm going to come in with one of my blending brushes. Have you seen these blending brushes? They're beautiful, millions, not millions, but probably thousands of brush bristles on here. They wash fantastic, but I also, you can see I've got a blue one here, and I haven't washed it, and that's the only reason why this is like this. And I'm just going to come and just take a bit of the starkness of my basic white off. So the way I do that is I just come here, I put it into my lid, and then I come off and I just go in. And I don't want this to be a real, a lot with the Highland Heather ink. I just want to take off the stark whiteness. That's all my whole plan of this, using these brushes, is just to make it so that it's not stark white, so that I've got a bit of color just to it to take, like I said, that starkness off. Then I am going to now go ahead, and what I've used are my layering stitch dies, these ones here, and I am going to go in, and this is a piece, actually I think I can put this now onto my card. I think I will. So, there we go. Let's let's just put that on there. Just like so. All right. Now, like I said, I have different cards that are made from this. What happened was I got a call and I didn't have it on Do Not Disturb. So consequently, what happened was my video stopped and started. So this down here says my fourth layer is designer series paper at the bottom. And it's 1 1/4 by 3 3/4. And I think this is too long. So I'm just going to come in with my little trimmer. And I'll just trim that down. So I'll just trim it down to 3 3/4. But I used, instead of designer series paper, I happened to use, and it was from this die, and it's a beautiful die. And I just wanted to actually have this on the bottom of this to add to kind of the prickly kind of cactus sort of feel to it. And because it is a little bit raised, I'm just going to go use some glue on here. And just, there we go. Let's get rid of that. And then let's just put that there. It's just going to go in on that white layer. And then, like I say, this layer is next. So it could be a die cut, it could be a rectangle, it could be even a large thin oval if you want. And then I'm just going to go in and I'm going to pop this up with dimensionals. Now I had a whole pile of dimensionals here and I probably have misplaced them already. So we always want to make sure that we use every piece of our dimensionals. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut these. And I'll use some of these. This is really pretty on this side too. This mellow moss, or mossy meadow is what it's called, is a really, really nice color that goes along with these colors as well. So you see, I just use my take your pick tool to do this. Like I say, most people that watch my YouTube videos always know that I do these certain tips and techniques along the way. So you can see how this designer series paper is bringing in all the other colors from my cardstock as well, right? So let's make sure, we just want to make sure that we've got that up on the top part, or we've got it going the right way. And now on here, you see this says an image on here. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've used this die. Now this die is from the Painted Labels dies, and I'm using it, and I'm going to put it on here again with dimensionals. Don't know why I didn't cut those all off there. And let's put that one there and one there. You know what? And I think we need a bit more just in the middle there so that it doesn't dip down. Always want to make sure you use all your dimensionals from your sheet. Let me just take that off. And like I say, this constitutes an image. But what I'm going to do with this particular one is I'm going to use parts of this. And I took this kind of designer series paper. I used my die cuts to cut that out. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to put some of those die cuts. So I've cut this one out. We've got that one using the Mossy Meadow. I've got this one that's going to bring in some of that color as well. But I also went and did this really neat cacti, and it's going to go behind here. So I know to me, these colors go, ooh, I don't know really if I like those colors together, but guess what? It works. It really does work. So I'm just going to go, that's attached there. I'm going to put this cacti on the bottom, glue on the bottom, because it is a textured thing. We'll just put that right about there. I'm coming in with this, and we're going to use some dimensionals on here. Oh, and I found my dimensionals. Just move this out of the way. And just going to put this, whoops, right on there. We can put it about like that, I guess. And then this piece here, I'm going to put a dimensional. You can see I stamped this piece. This piece was actually stamped from here, and I used just a sponge dauber to put on the Highland Heather on there. I didn't have one of the pieces cut out, so. Do we want this color on there instead? That one might go a little bit better. That was also stamped. You know what? I'm going to leave it with this, and I'm going to glue it onto that part at the bottom. So have you used card sketches before? You definitely, card sketches just add so, you can do so many different things by using a card sketch. So I also, I'm going to use, I'm mixing up some stuff. I'm not using that twine because I didn't find it was enough on there. So this is the Gorgeous Grape ribbon that is from the Hydrangea Hill Suite. Just going to do a bunny ear bow. Let's just go like this. And just pull that. The key to making a good bow is making sure it's good and tight. That's always the key. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim that off with my ribbon scissors. Just get a good trim there. And then I should be able to bring in, it was just here. I wanted to bring in my silicone mat, and I want to show you a technique that I use a lot with my synthetic ribbon. So I just need the the silicone mat. Now, the reason I'm bringing that in is because below here is a self-healing mat. If I use my heat gun on there, it could warp my mat, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to bring in my heat tool and make sure we've got the right way. That's going to be the right way. And I've shown this technique many times, but I just like the look of this type of a bow. And all it does is it's a synthetic. The ribbon is made from synthetics, and it shrinks it. And it just gives just a bit of a different look to it. So we'll just put that there. I'm going to come in with my glue dots. And put that onto the back of the ribbon. And then we can just attach that right there. Now we need a sentiment on it. So I didn't know what kind of a sentiment to use. I needed just something off of there. So I thought I'd use something just from here. So I'm just going to use Life Can Get Kind of Prickly, because I already have it on a block. And I'm going to use Gorgeous Grape because I'm using the mint macaron. And if I use just the Highland Heather on there, it doesn't really show. So I'm just going to come in and stamp that there. I should probably use a paper piercing mat to make sure that I get that on there. I'll just press it down evenly. There we go. That works. And then I'm going to come in with my scissors, my paper snips. You know, that's kind of crooked. Nope, that's okay. I'm just going to come in there like this. And then I'm going to come in with my dimensionals. And I'm going to do, I'm going to use a technique. It's called double dimensionalize. I think those are demonstrator words. I'm going to put 2 on here because I have to go from this level down to this level, and it's going to show that it's kind of warped down. So by putting 2 dimensionals on there, what I've done is I've now built it up so that it's going to look even when it's on there. So this is going to go on here, just like that. And see what I mean by it going there. Now I'm going to move this up there. And I have to trim this a bit because it's, there we go, because it kind of went over there. So there we go there. Now probably what I should do is maybe put something on there. I think it needs something as another embellishment. Let's see, what have I got here? We could use rhinestones, or we could even use these epoxy dots. But one thing that we can do is I can take, and I think it needs, do you think it needs green? I think it needs green. So I'm just going to color this with my Mossy Meadow blend. And I use the dark one. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in, whoops, pick that up. And let's put 2 over here. Always want to put this into a triangle. So, and then we'll put one down here as well. You know what, that's not quite the way I want that up there. So let me just put this one up here a little bit, and then I can put this one down here a little bit. There we go. There, that'll, maybe we should put it there and down here. There, that'll work. All right, so there you go. And that goes along with this sketch. So see how fun it is to make a card, and you can change how it looks by just basically your interpretation of the sketch. So I challenge you to do a card sketch. We're on card sketch number 48, so I'd love for you to join my sketch every Saturday. Like I said, I'll put that link below. Remember, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to answer any of those or ask any of those questions down below on my channel here. Don't forget to subscribe. I'd love to have you join me on my YouTube. Also, if you do live in Canada, I'd love to be your demonstrator. I do have a host code. It is on my blog, and it does change quite often during the month. Check there. It'll always let you know what the host code is, or just message me and I'll give you the host code. Because every time that you do use my host code, I have a very generous host reward program. And I also give away tutorials each and every month. So have a great day, and thanks so much for stopping by. Bye for now.